is it possible to start one's life and continue going, being unignorant? I mean, what is the process of becoming ignorant?
The process is just mechanically the mind records experiences, which is a lot of cultural input. And culture equals ignorance. Culture, religion, those equal ignorance. And that's what's being poured into this mind. The mind's whole life is ignorance, ignorance. By the time we're an adult, we've only heard ignorance. And we had not seen another alternative, which is a shift of knowing. We haven't had that. No one's told us that. So we've only had ignorance. And so what else are we going to take for granted? That. Until for some of us, either through suffering or some spontaneous experience or some inquisitive mind, we get curious. Well, wait a second. Maybe this is not true. And then we start inquiring for real. So it's a lifetime of ignorance being poured into this mind through culture and religion and society. Because those things are ignorance. There's no truth to those things, you know. Those are good questions.
I'm just sensitive to what is a figment of this particular culture we're in now, the culture of inquiry, the culture of enlightenment.
Good.
If I grew up at another time and never had these words or concepts, or even if I didn't have language, would this be a dialogue with the self? What is transcendental beyond culture in this discussion?
To have a holiday, and let's find out. Don't attend to anything. Don't attend to that question even. Just let it all be and just be here now. I know I am existing now.
I'm pacing in my living room thinking of questions.
Don't think of questions. Everybody else do it then if you don't want to. Be on holiday now. Look here and now. The only thing you know for a fact is now. Don't attend to thoughts. Just be here now. And then where is culture? Culture? What culture? What religion? There doesn't exist. It's a myth. You have to believe in the stories of the mind, and that's time-based self again, past and future. I see no culture. I'm free of culture in society and religion. There's none of that. There's only this. Nothing. I only am. I am not anything. So if there's nothing transcendental, I don't like the word transcendent, but if you want to see what's transcendent of culture, then you are transcendent of culture now only. You only exist now, and now you are free, man.
My question was more, I want to know what's true beyond what I'm thinking is true. I'm not looking for a comfortable plateau.
I just showed that. That was not a plateau.
I agree. I'm not saying you didn't. That's really.
The only place you'll see that is now. In no time, in no thought, in no words, in no description. That's where you know. You see? I think that's pretty clear. There's no knowing in philosophy. There's no understanding. It's not an understanding or description or a philosophy. That's all a lie. That's all self.
There's a lot of knowing I no longer have a question about, because once you know something, I never discuss 2 + 2 anymore. I know that.
That's good. And you never discuss Santa Claus. So why do you discuss that there's this past? Because you still believe it. Well, why do you discuss that there's a future? Because you still believe it. But if you see the truth, and it's very obvious, there's only this. There's only this. I don't see any past. I even looked in my closet. It wasn't there. It's not hidden under the bed. There is no past. There's this. Is it true or not? It's either true or it's not. The only place there could be possibly a past is a belief, thought, story, and then get rid of it. Have a holiday. Be here now. Be nothing. See, you got to jump, man. You know, not just you.
No, that's what I wanted to say. I wanted to say I'm in, kind of.
Yeah, I love it. You're hysterical. You got to jump, like jump for real, and stay jumped. You have to stay jumped, like floating, flying. Nothing.